Hello everyone, this is the Virtual Gamer 06 for another my Final Fantasy game collection. This will be a part 3, and most of these, well really, these right here will be all the handheld. I am going over the PSP and the Nintendo Switch. So, before I begin my today's video, subscribe to my channel, leave a like if you like these videos, and be sure to hit that bell button so you guys won't miss a video. So let's get right to it. Let's start with the PSP and start with this one. This is Final Fantasy, the first one. More like a, think of this as like an enhanced version, I guess, like a remaster sort of. I never played this version. Uh, they released these to Square released these games to celebrate 20 years of Final Fantasy. So here's the spine. A little hard to see. I like the little blue line right there. It's really cool. And here's the back. And it says, on the birth of a generation. For over 20 years, the name Final Fantasy has symbolized the best in RPGs. Now the best is even better. New dungeons, new graphics, new presentation, same classic gameplay and story. So yeah, they added new dungeons, I guess. It's E for everyone for mild fantasy violence and mild suggestive theme. It's one player. Member stick duo 672 KB. Here's the inside. So very cool. Yeah, again, I have not played this version. Like I said, I think in my previous videos, the first time I played Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy Origin for the PS1. And then I played it again on the Game Boy Advance called Dawn of Souls, which sadly I don't have. I think that got stolen or I gave it to a friend. I don't know what I did with it. And also celebrating 20 years is Final Fantasy 2. It's pink instead of blue. You have the same logo, 20 years. This is right T for teen. And just like the first Final Fantasy, how it's blue, this one, you can see the little pink line there. It's kind of hard to see. And here's the back. And it says, on the birth of a generation. Okay, same thing. The legend continues. A new evil threat to the land. And what's more, a band of young heroes stands against it. More new dungeons, more improved graphics, still the same great story and gameplay. Fantasy violence and mild language. That's why it's rated T for teen. It's one player. Member stick duo 736KB. Again, I have not played this version. I've only played the PS1 and the Game Boy Advance. So I really need to play these games because I don't remember the story too much on these. So it's been a long time, but I need to get back to playing this. And I did a review on this, I think, a couple of years ago. And this is my favorite version. Of course, I'm talking about Final Fantasy IV, the complete collection. This is awesome. I love Final Fantasy IV. If you never played Final Fantasy IV, I highly recommend getting this version. It's got better graphics, and I think it's the same graphics as these two. I'm not for sure. So, but what caught my eye, I actually bought this from Amazon way back in 2011. This came out, yeah, 2011. It might have been 2012 when I got this. I think I got this a year later because I bought it brand new for like $20. It's not very expensive at all. You can get it on eBay for like 30, $40, and great condition. And these games came out 2007. This one did, and let's see what year this came out. '07. So I guess they released those at the same time. And I actually remember seeing these brand new at Walmart, but I didn't buy it because, like I said, I owned it on the PS1. So my teenage self was like, well, I've already owned the game. But now looking back, I should have bought them when they were brand new. So, but yeah, this is my favorite version of Final Fantasy IV. But as I was saying, what caught my eye was it got not one, but two sequels. I never thought this game got a sequel, and I had to pick it up. So, it says one of the greatest games of all time complete. Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy IV The After Years. Now, I know they remade Final Fantasy IV The After Years on Steam. It's in 3D. I never played that version. It says an all new Final Fantasy IV interlude game that binds the two epic narratives together. Yes, this is another reason, and this is the only way you can play it. Final Fantasy IV Interlude is exclusive on the PSP. It's not on any other platform unless you maybe use an emulator. But yeah, it takes place in between the two main games, which is Final Fantasy IV and the After Years. It's very short too, if I'm not mistaken, but it's pretty good. High definition graphical updates for both Final Fantasy IV and the After Years. Enjoy the complete Final Fantasy IV experience for the first time in North America. The revolution, that create the rich RPG genre that millions of fans adore today. And that's from GameSpot, greatest games of all time. One of the greatest role-playing games ever made from GameSpot. It's one player, memory size 2,560 KB. Rate E for everyone for alcohol reference, animated blood, fantasy violence, language, and suggestive theme. What caught my eye though is this for the first time in North America. I thought that was Final Fantasy Chronicles for the PS1, so I don't know if they made a mistake or I'm thinking of something else entirely. I don't know. But this is my favorite version of Final Fantasy IV. If you have not played this, you had to pick this up. So, and here's the inside of it. And we have one more for the PSP, and that is the original Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, rated T for teen, and this came out 2007 or 2008. I think it came out in '07 in Japan, and then it came out in the US in '08. So this came out a year later after these games, I believe. And the first time I played this game, I actually bought this from a friend, and I remember I played it and I got pretty far and I got stuck towards the end, and it was a boss. And I kept dying, so I gave up on it for a while, and then like almost a year later, I picked it back up and played it, and I was able to beat it. I did some level grinding, and I was able to beat the game. So I enjoyed it. I don't like how they added new characters. To me, it ruins the experience. It makes no sense because there's Angeal, one of the new characters. I don't understand. You got Genesis. Like, why? Why? I mean, you're kind of retconning some of the stuff from the original game. So, but it is fun. I mean, if you like Final Fantasy 7, you might enjoy this. Because, I mean, you do revisit some areas like the Shinra headquarters, Nibelheim, all that good stuff. Gongaga, which is, Zack's hometown. It says, the story continues where it all began. The events leading up to Final Fantasy VII are revealed. Defeat your foes using the power of materia. It's rated for blood, mild language, mild suggestive themes, and violence. Now let's take a look on the inside. Yes, I know the disc is greatest hits, but I actually bought this used at GameStop years ago. I was still living in St. Louis when I bought this. So, yeah, in the manual. It's got a good story. It's a really sad story. So, if you know about Zack, you know how this ends. Now we're going to move on to Nintendo Switch. So, we just kind of went over this, but we'll go over it again. That is Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. Yes, they actually remastered this. I guess because at the time it was Rebirth was coming out, so they remastered this game. And I actually played this on my channel a while back, so I did a whole playthrough. So check that out if you haven't already. Here's the spine, and here's the back. And of course, it's rated T for teen for violence and blood. It says all legends have a beginning. Play as soldier operative Zack Vare and trigger the events that lead up to 557. Engage in fast-paced, real-time action combat to uncover the dark secrets of Shinra's experiments and the monsters they create. And the inside of it, it's just blank. So, yeah, kind of disappointed it didn't have the background artwork. Next, we got Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. This has Final Fantasies 1 through 6. And this is the first time that we get to play Final Fantasy 3 in 2D. So, very cool. This is the Asian version. How you can tell, because there's no rating on it. It's just blank. So this is the Asian version. I think I bought this PlayAsia.com at the time. So very cool. It says the game that inspired a generation come to life once more in the ultimate 2D pixel remaster. Updated 2D pixel graphics, beautifully rearranged soundtrack, bestiary, galleries, and music player, improved gameplay, UI, and more. And like I said, it's got Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 5, and Final Fantasy 6, which is a lot of fan favorite. So you open it up, and it does got some artwork. I believe the US version it's all white, but it comes with stickers, I think, or some kind of postcard. So there you have it. And next we got, and this is also the Asian version, Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8 remastered. This particular version is not expensive. It's over $100 now. I was lucky to buy this brand new for like maybe $50 or $60. So very cool. Here's the spine. And here's the back. It's now it's got two sides. So 557. 557, the timeless classic loved by a legion of fans, comes to Switch with a number of helpful extra features. Experience the return of an epic adventure beyond imagination, culminating in the final battle to decide the fate of the planet. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered says the mega hit RPG Final Fantasy VIII returns. This Nintendo Switch version features new graphical enhancement and a whole host of options to customize your gameplay experience. In a world engulfed in war, Squall, a member of an elite mercenary force, leads his group in a fight against the sorceress Adia to prevent her from fulfilling her nefarious goal. And this came out 2019. Oh, I guess they both did, yeah. So now I just remember the cartridge is in my Switch, so don't freak out that it's blank. But I do have the cartridge, I promise. It's in my Switch because I am currently playing Final Fantasy 7 on there. But what's cool is that it's got 2 games on one cartridge. Yes. And you know what? Let me get to prove it to you. Alright, guys. Here's a cartridge. You can better see it. You see the logos, Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8 Remaster. As you can see, both games is in one cartridge. There is no code to download the game. It's all in one cartridge. I wish every game was like this, but sadly it's not. So there you have it. Now, you can get the European version. That is cheaper, so there. Now it looks better. But if you really do want a physical copy of this game, you can get the European version, and it's going for like $30, maybe $40. It just, it's got that big orange 16 on it, but it's the same game, and it will work. Okay, it's not region locked. Okay, it's region free like this, so it will work on your system. I promise. So yeah. Then next we have, and this is my second favorite game of the whole series, Final Fantasy IX. Very cool. Got all the characters. Now this is another game that I played on my channel a while back. This is the version that I played. So check out my my walkthrough if you haven't already. I think you'll like it. Here's the spine. And this is cheap too. This is not expensive. It's probably like maybe $40. Here's the back. There's been rumors going on that they are remaking Final Fantasy IX. So who knows? We'll see. So it says, experience the classic adventure of Zidane. Zidane and the Tantalus Theater trope have kidnapped Princess Garnet, the heir of Alexandria. To their surprise, however, the princess herself yearned to escape the castle. Do I need a reason to help someone? Additional features, 7 game boosters including high speed and no encounter modes, just like Final Fantasy 7 on the modern version of the modern consoles and Final Fantasy 8 Remastered. It's got autosave, high definition movies, and character models. And just like the other ones, it's blank, but you have the cartridge. You can see it right there. So yeah, this is my second favorite Final Fantasy game. It's almost my number one favorite, but 7 was my first game, so it holds a special place in my heart, and that's why it's number one. And it's got a good story, Cloud and Sephiroth, Midgard, just the story and the music was just so good, But the graphics aren't too good, but it's got a great story. So that's why this is my second favorite. And then we have Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster. And as you can see, this is the US version. Rate T for teen for mild blood, mild language, suggestive themes, and violence. Here's the spine. And this does have an artwork on the inside. No, it doesn't. I'm wrong. My bad. Yeah, so here's the thing, and I didn't know this when I bought this. Unlike the Final Fantasy 7 and 8 Twin Pack, only Final Fantasy X is on the cartridge. X-2, you had to use a code to get it, but I've already used it, so yeah. There is an Asian version of this where both games on one cartridge, but it's expensive. It's like over $100. So you know, I'm happy with this one. It's whatever. I'm going to read the back. It says, two of the most celebrated RPGs of their generation, now on Nintendo Switch. Enhanced HD visuals and reconstructed graphics for a richer experience. Over 200 hours of gameplay, including the international version content. Switch between the original and remastered music of Final Fantasy X. Very nice. It's one player. This came out 2019. So, yeah, there you have it. And last, Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. Now, you know, in my last video, I have the Steelbook version of the PS4. Well, I have the Switch version. And the cover is different, too. So, and this is the symbol between the titles. They got it down. I don't know who that's supposed to be. I don't know if it's a main antagonist or not. And it's rated T for teen for mild blood, suggestive themes, and violence. So there's the spine and the back. So this is Return to the World of Ivalice. I think I'm saying that right. I haven't played this game in a long, long time. It's been years for me. Fully remastered in high definition, featuring all new and enhanced gameplay features. New, the Zodiac Drop system with improved battle mechanics, fully remastered visuals and music, enable enhanced gameplay experience. Enjoy endless adventure whenever, wherever you are. It's one player, so it's just like the PS4 version, but you can play it on the go. So same thing, not anything different. So anyway, guys, that is it. That was my part 3 of my Final Fantasy game, and so far that's all I have. If I buy any more Final Fantasy games, I'll do more videos on it. So for now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. And hit that bell button so you won't miss a video. I'll see you guys later. You have a great weekend. Take it easy.